Republican strategists are giving Trump horrible, terrible advice on the Sunday shows. Watch this.
Well, I agree with what Governor Christie said, but I would add a third thing, which I think complements for Republicans what we need to do to keep seniors and suburban women, as you pointed out, which is to not only draw to lead on coronavirus and race relations and all the things the president needs to step forward on, but also to remind them what they're getting with Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not the leader of the Democratic Party right now. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are. He put Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez in charge of his climate policy. These are not things seniors want to see in America. They may be unhappy with Donald Trump at the moment, but they don't want a Green New Deal. They don't want Medicare for all. They don't want free college tuition for everybody.
That's exactly what they want. That's like literally exactly what people want, according to the polls. Oh, Republican strategists, what are you going to do with them? Listen, it was a common talking point of mine that nobody's dumber than, establishment Democratic strategists in Washington, D.C. I'm revising that. Republican strategists are dumber. Oh, my goodness. She's like, listen, I got this on lock, okay? Yeah, they might not be happy with Trump at the moment, but people don't want Medicare for all and free college. Have you ever seen a single poll in your life? Ever? Because I haven't seen a poll within the past 3 years that doesn't have a majority wanting free college and a majority wanting Medicare for all. Including in some polls, a majority of Republicans want Medicare for all. Now, Green New Deal, it started out hot. It started out with a huge, 70 or 80% in the polls. I don't know what it's at now, to be fair. I think since there was, a scandal over, they basically loaded every left-wing idea ever into the Green New Deal package. And so it may have tanked in popularity since then. I'm not sure. But the original idea of a Green New Deal, which is like, hey, let's do an infrastructure deal and move to renewable and green technology to fight back against climate change. That original idea was 70 or 80% favored. So every single one of those things that you just listed, people want. The American people want. It's amazing. They just say, listen, they go out there, they have verbal diarrhea. She doesn't want a Green New Deal. She doesn't want Medicare for all or free college. So she projects it onto everybody else. That's not what they want. Except that is, if you look at the numbers. Did you look at the numbers? Of course they didn't look at the numbers. They're in their own little DC elitist bubble. And they can't see straight. But I love this because these are the people. These are Republican strategists here. This is the kind of person giving Donald Trump election advice. No wonder why he's so down in the polls. Guys, I told you a million times what's been going on recently. We have COVID-19, which is a pandemic raging out of control in the worst place it's ever been right now. And we're in June, okay? And you have an economic depression, over 20% real unemployment. And what's Trump doing? He's staking his campaign and his election strategy on statues. I'm pro-Confederate statue. I'm pro-statues. Full stop. Washington, Lincoln. This is the main thing he's talking about now. The culture war. Oh my God, Sleepy Joe is controlled by the far left. By the way, laughable. I wish he was. Laughable. Sleepy Joe's controlled by the far left. And I'm the president of law and order, and I will protect these statues. This is what he's running on at a time when we have over 20% real unemployment and a pandemic with 120,000 Americans dead, which is double the number of Americans that died in the Vietnam War and more than died in World War I. How can anybody be so stupid to think this is the way you lean in and this is where you go? I told you guys in 2016, his strategy was damn near airtight and he barely won. Hillary won the popular vote and Trump's strategy was airtight. Trump's strategy was attack her on corruption, call her the status quo, attack her on NAFTA and outsourcing, attack her on the Iraq war. She's the establishment, I'm anti-establishment. Perfect strategy, and he barely won. This time, he's doing a stupid strategy, and he's already down way more than he was down to Hillary. And this is the advice he's getting. The advice he's getting is, that whole economic populism thing you did in 2016, don't do that at all. Definitely don't do that. Well, thank you. Thank you for making this. See, this is why Biden can hide in his basement and get away with it and win. Because people like you are steering the ship. And you don't know anything. These people don't know anything. Trump, the chickens are coming home to roost, because who did he surround himself with when he became president? He put, for foreign policy, all neocons. Bring in John Bolton, the dumbest man and the biggest war hawk in America, war criminal. Bring in John Bolton, bring in Pompeo, bring in Gina Haspel. Oh, economic policy? Give me like all of Goldman Sachs. I'll take like all of Goldman Sachs. Bring them on in. Steve Mnuchin, Gary Cohn, but he's now gone, I think. Yeah, he's been gone for a while. But he brought in like all of Goldman Sachs and all of Bush's foreign policy people. And he's so in his own bubble. Between that and watching Fox News all day, Trump can't see straight. His political instincts are gone. And now he's right in line with the rest of these people. Trump it's very possibly will run this election also on free college and Medicare for all is bad and I'm against it. Good luck making that case when we have over 20% real unemployment, over 20 million people just lost their health insurance, and we have a pandemic. Yeah, run against healthcare when we have a pandemic, you absolute moron. Guys, the things that she says people don't want, that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. And honestly, Trump makes it so that in a time like right now with all these crises going on, you just got to appear somewhat normal and you're going to win. And that's why Biden is hiding, because he seems pretty normal when he's not in the spotlight now, doesn't he? Second he starts talking, that's a different question. But when he's out of the spotlight, God, they're so stupid. Oh my God, these are Republican strategists. This is what they think. This is what they think. They're so out of touch. It's insane. These tangible ideas to help people and appeal to people and their economic well-being and appeal to the future of human civilization. Of course, these are wonderful ideas. Of course, these are ideas that are popular and will win. And by the way, even if they weren't, let's stop for a second and say, even if they weren't, I'm of the belief, because I think these policies are correct, if you make the moral argument, if you make the pragmatic argument as to why they are good, in the long run, you're going to win on them. In the long run, you're going to get a majority. Now, we already have a majority, so this point's a little bit moot. But if you didn't have a majority, I would still recommend arguing for it to get to a majority. But here they are, the Republicans. Utterly clueless. They're in deep, deep trouble. And I think Biden is now a gigantic favorite, as every poll shows.